Well, traditionally, natural resources have been thought of as a source of conflict, and how people may quarrel over scarce resources is well known. But what we've been trying to do is look at the other side of the story, which is that natural resources, in terms of their quality, can create that impulse for conservation and cooperation, which often people have missed out on. And so the whole narrative around peace parks or transboundary conservation areas, which are instrumentally used for peace building, is somewhat recent in terms of research, even though the world's first peace park in name was established more than 75 years ago, which is Waterton Glacier International Peace Park between the United States and Canada. Now, where we're at with this field is that we've got a good institutional framework for understanding what kind of parks could potentially be developed as transboundary conservation areas. There are organizations such as the IUCN, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, which documents transboundary conservation areas. They have a whole task force devoted to it. What we don't know as well is how effective are these areas in actually stimulating cooperation between adversaries. So it's one thing to have a protected area on a border and having cooperation between friendly parties like the US and Canada. And it's a totally different thing to explore this in areas where there's a history of protracted violent conflict, and whether the establishment of that peace park can actually help to resolve the conflict. We have very few cases of that so far. The most clear case is the one between Ecuador and Peru, the Cordillera del Condor, where there was an actual resolution to an international violent conflict through environmental peace building. And the establishment of that protected area was part of the peace treaty that was signed between the two countries. Apart from that, we have very few actual measurable cases. Also, what we don't know is how well peace can be sustained through these processes as well, and whether micro conflicts that might arise through any conservation being practiced can be managed effectively. So, for example, one of the areas that's well known for environmental peace building is Southern Africa, because that's where the Peace Parks Foundation was established by Nelson Mandela and Anton Rupert after the end of apartheid. That's a case where the establishment of actually many of these peace parks led to micro conflicts between the haves and the have-nots, the classic conflict between conservation as an exclusionary arena versus a more inclusionary vision of conservation. I think a lot of those organizations have learned from those past mistakes, and we're moving in the right direction so that those micro conflicts can be managed. But that's still an area which requires far more research and also more applied work to find the right mix of conservation and economic development.